Hello, 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 hello. Hello, chat. Hello, hello. I think today the stream is not that much delayed, right? Like I think it's not lagging, like it's not delaying that much. The video processing delay is not that much. It's very low today. Yes. So let me just paste the link in the Discord. Then I will. After that, we will start the stream. Uh, okay. Just wait a second. Hello everyone. Today is Oh, sorry. This is the day 35 stream of my C++ DSA journey. In today's stream, we will revisit some problems. After that, we will solve some new problems. But today, I will be thinking that I should first solve a new problem, like in which there is a very important concept being taught, and yeah, it's also a little bit of tricky problem in which body search will be used. So I think we should first focus on that. Wait, just let me see. So there's a message came on the Discord. Okay. Someone is typing something. Let's see. And the problem that I will be solving, like it's not present on LeetCode, it is present on LeetCode as a different naming. Okay. So first we will try to solve it on another platform. On that, the name of the variables and other things are same. So CUID card. Wait, wait. Okay. I think so many people have came. Hello man, welcome to the stream. You came very early today. I was going to start the stream at 7 p.m. but yeah, I got some work in between. You write hi here, but it's showing like this. Are you able to see it? You see here. Brother, I already sent a message in WhatsApp, but I'll try to um, do this after the stream. If I get some info, I will tell you. Okay, fine. I think we should focus on the stream. What is this? I didn't understand. What 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 thing are you talking about? This is lead code. Are you? Mm, the problem was on Geek4Geeks, right? And the problem that name is book allocation. So first we will try that. After that, there is also another similar problem, like it. Wow, 55. Oh, problem count you are talking about, right? Hmm? Today, the problem that I will be going to solve will be, I think, it will take a very good amount of time because there is some type of twist concept being used in this. And first, I will try to write the code because even writing the code of it is not that, like, there are some things that we have to keep in mind. So first, I will try to solve this problem. After that, there will be a variation of it in which just the name of the variables will be changed, and we have to also write the problem again. Like this is marked as medium level. Okay, let me switch this to dark mode. So it will be, it is marked as medium level problem here, but this problem is also on lead code named as a different problem. And it is marked as a hard level. But ma'am has teached that in the stream video. Mm, it's the video gone, man. I think for the next 30 minutes or 1 hour, maybe you will find other stream a little bit boring because of some things. Okay. Yeah, not much boring, but yeah, it will be a little bit. Maybe it will be a boring time in which I will be. Wait. Book allocation. Its name is something like, okay, split array largest. Split array largest sum. Okay. Binary search greedy. Yeah, this is also the similar problem. Just on lead code, it's marked as hard. First, I will try to write the code for this. If I get stuck in any point, then we will see what we do. Okay, so in this problem, we have given an integer array of integers. Okay, where each element array index value represents the number of pages in the ith book. Means this is the first book, this is the second book, this is the third, and this is the fourth, and these represents the number of pages in the book. You also have an integer k representing the number of students. Okay, these are representing the number of students. The task is to allocate books to each student such that there are some conditions that we have to follow. Each student receives at least one book. Each student is assigned a contiguous sequence of books. Okay, no book is assigned. Okay, each student is assigned a contiguous sequence of books. Means like if there are two students, if we give the first book to the first student and after that the second book to the second student, then after that we can only give all the other books to the second student, not the first student after that. Like it should be in a contiguous manner. Okay. No book is assigned to more than one student. A single book can't be assigned to two students at a time. All books must be allocated to all the students. The objective is to minimize the maximum number of pages assigned to any student. In other words, out of all possible allocations, find the arrangement where the student who receives the most pages, okay, still has the smallest possible maximum. If it is not possible to allocate books to all students, we have to return -1. So we will use binary search for that, but before binary search, there will be another function also. So I think first I should write the code. After that, I will try to explain you like how what we have to find and how we will go like find that. So for that, we will first. Okay, I'm just thinking from where I should start. So first, I'm trying to just write the code. After that, we will try to understand what the things are going like. Um, start is this. Yeah, and will be equals to. Okay, before this, we will like write a for loop. Integer I is equals to 0. I less than nums dot size. I'm trying to understand this problem for like past 2 days. So just was thinking why not do it today and try to understand. Ma'am also told me just first write the code and after that try to understand it, like how the things are working inside the code. Yeah. Its name is array, so we'll rename it as nums. Okay. Mm, this is done. So okay, we will create a count. Sorry, should be the name of the variable is sum. Okay, yeah, sum. We will name it as sum. First it was 0 in the starting, and sum plus equals to sum plus equals to nums I value. Right. We have get the sum. So there are two conditions like here. How much books can be assigned to the students? So there will be two cases that ma'am has discussed about. The first case will be maybe in a case we not allocate any student to like any book to any student. Okay, in that case, the minimum number of pages that they will allocate like the books will be 0. Okay, but it is I know it is marked as each student should at least receive one book, but we are just assuming it like this here. So in the end, we will like there will be another condition, the second condition, in which maybe we give all the books to a single student. In that case, it will be the sum of all the book pages, right? So it will be equals to sum of all the uh, elements like in the array. The like there are 4 books and there are some page numbers on that. It will be equals to sum. Okay, means we are trying to get a range of numbers in which we can find our possible answer for this. Okay, so for that we will use binary search. Like this became a range like 0 to sum. Suppose the sum of all the values were 10 and we start with 0, so the range become like from it started from 0 and gone till the sum. Okay, means 10, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and till the 10 like this. So it will not be clearer, I think, but when I will use a Scali draw for this, maybe it will be a little bit clearer. It's also not clear in my mind because the code is like somewhat the positioning of the codes and variables it is like a little bit twisty. So yeah, and we will check for a function if is valid. Okay, first I will write it. Oh wait. Uh, Okay, there will be a while loop, right? While start is less than or equals to end. Then inside this we will calculate the mid by integer mid is equals to start plus end minus start divided by 2. Uh, someone's then after that, if like there will be a function that we will create before it. Okay, it will check if it's a valid answer or not, like the valid type of allocation that we can like divide the books in students according to that. If it will be the valid answer, then we will return it. Like in that case, okay, first I should write it. If is valid, then mid, sorry, end is equals to mid minus 1 means we have to search for it in the left side of the array. Maybe we found a valid answer. Then in that case, maybe there will be a more or less value, like because we have to find the minimum number of maximum pages, okay, assigned to any student. So we have to find this. So because of that, uh, this range is sorted. Okay, this range is sorted. This we are checking for the possible answer, right? So when we will get the means, suppose if we get the valid answer, okay, this is the valid answer. The books can be allocated in that manner. So maybe there may be another valid answer in which the book may be allocated, and that will be the minimum of maximum number of pages, right? It will be more clearer with the explanation using Excalibur. So end is equals to mid minus 1. This is true. Else suppose this function is not given true, in the else case, we will check for it in the right side of the array, because maybe we get okay, this value is not valid, so we will have to check for it using bigger values, because maybe the next page is not fitting in the like for the first student, right? If that's true, then we will check for the then we will check for the answer using bigger values. Right is equals to mid plus 1, right? Not right. Start is equals to mid plus 1. So, okay. And if this is true, then we will store the value of answer is equals to mid. Okay. And wait, the code is not looking that good. I think we should integer start this. And here we will create initialize answer with answer is equals to -1, just like this. Okay. There will be also an condition, maybe the number of students will be more than the number of books. So in that case, we will be unable to allocate each student a book, right? So we will also check for that condition before this calculating mid here. Like if uh, nums dot size, if nums dot size like the number of elements, right, like the number of books present in the array is less than, okay, if it's less than the number of students, then that case we have to return false, right? Bro, can you explain the question quickly? Uh, yeah, I can explain the question, but when I will write the code and you will try to understand, then it will be like I have also not, I will say that not understood the question in a good way. Like we have to allocate the the pages, like here the books to there will be students given. We have to allocate books in a order in which we allocate the minimum number of pages to the student, like the maximum minimum. Okay, like here are examples given. Well, okay, suppose we allocate the very first book to the very first student. Okay, then all the other three books to the second student. Then maximum pages will be what? Maximum pages will be the number of pages that we allocated to the second student. In this case, maximum pages come near to 191. Okay, and in the second case, suppose we allocate the first two books to the first student and the other two books to the second student. The maximum number of pages came near to 157. Okay, when we allocate the first three books to the first student and the last book to the second student, then in that case, the maximum pages came near to 113. K is the number of students. K is representing the number of students which we have to allocate the book for, right? This problem is also on like this lecture. Uh, yeah, its name is book allocation, and there is also another similar problem to this name as painter's partition. Okay, so if I will like finish it in a good time, then I will try to solve this problem also. Like this is almost similar, just the variable names are changed. Like we have to find the maximum number of, sorry, minimum number of maximum pages. Okay, which we can allocate in the way that we get the minimum number of maximum pages. Okay, do you got my point? Like we have to distribute the books in a manner so that the maximum number of pages is minimum. Okay. Uh, when I will write the after the code will be completed, I think it will be more easier to explain the things. And in this is valid function, we will pass the values of integer, sorry, nums, comma k, comma mid, right? And before it, there was we were supposed to create a valid function. Sorry, and it will be a boolean type function. Okay, bool is valid. Okay, we will pass all the okay. Then inside this, we will check. Okay, and here mid will behave as the maximum number of allowed pages, right? And I've already told you maybe you will not be able to understand it in the first. Mm, okay, so for this we will create two variables like integer student will be equals to 1. We will start with the very first student, and in the starting the count of pages, okay, pages was equals to 0. Okay, then we will run a for loop for integer I is equals to 0, boolean valid, oh, int num, int k, int min. Yeah, oh yeah, we also have to tell the um it's been a long time I'm like writing a new function. Mm. Oh yeah, you are right, you are right, because we are just creating the function here and we are passing the values this side, right? Because of that, so we will go from the very first to the last index of nums dot size as less than nums 10. We can create a variable n also, right? Instead of just nums. Mm, Okay, for now I will name it as just nums.size. So I plus plus, and inside this uh, what we are going to wait. If there will be a condition if pages plus nums I index value is less than or equals to, okay, we will limit as maximum allowed pages, okay, here, and we have passed the value of mid in this. So it's equals to, if it's less than or equals to maximum allowed pages, and maximum allowed pages is what? Maximum allowed pages is the mid that we have got, right? Because when we will calculate the mid, it will be the possible answer in which the books can be divided, okay? So if this is true, then pages plus equals to nums I. Okay, every time this is true, the pages will be this. Else, if this is not true, then in that case, we will take the next student in that case, okay. And also, pages, we will reinitialize the pages with the nums I current value, okay. When this will not be true. And in the last, we also have to check for, like here, return, okay, student is less than or equals to k. If like number of students we get after doing this, if it's less than or equals to k, then in that case, okay, if this is, suppose this is false. Wait. If the number of students we get is, suppose it's more than the number of students, then in that case, we will return false. If it's in the range of students that we were given initially, so we will return true. And we are calling this function, okay, there will be another condition in which it will be false, right? Like suppose maybe a single value, like a single book page number is more than the maximum allowed pages, okay, we can check for that also in this. Like if nums I value is more than max allowed pages, then in that case, okay, why we have give a gap, man? Was not supposed to give a gap. Okay, now here we will return false directly. I think we should format the code a little bit. Okay, so we are calling after this one is such in this, we are calling the function is valid. Okay, okay. If it will be a valid answer, then this is this. Else, if it's not be a valid answer, then we will check for it in the right side of the array, because maybe the it will it needs bigger number of pages, right? Hmm. Yeah. After this one, after the while loop, we will also have to return the answer in which the minimum of all the possible values will be stored, because when we will get a valid answer, then in that case, we will check for the previous value. Okay. So every time if the answer will be updated, if the value is less than the answer will be the valid answer also. So in that case, we will eventually get the minimum number of pages, right? We will take the help of AI in this to like fix the code or like where the error is coming. I am going wrong, and till this part I have written by myself. Don't give me the code directly. How much time has already been? Okay, I think it's not that 32 minutes have been passed, but I think it will be fixed in just issues in this C++. You cannot define a function inside another function. Right now, is valid is written inside find pages, which won't compile. Where? Oh man. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. We have to put it here, right? You need to move invalid is valid outside as separate member function or make it a static helper. Return time mismatch, return false. Your find pages function is declared to return in. Your find pages function where okay here. But in the line, if nums return false, we are returning a bool. Okay, -1. We should return -1 here instead of false, right? Because we are not. Hello, man. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Hmm. Hello, hello. For size in nums, which is of non-class typing, made a project. Okay. Share it on the Discord, man. We will see what you have created. Just I was solving a problem in a very serious way because it is the concept of it is a little bit, just mind. It makes the mind get twist a little bit. Answers could just not fully done. Yeah, yeah. What is the project is about? Can you tell me? Is it a website or something? Weather. Oh, you have created a weather. Web app, right? Yeah. Website. Okay. Have you shared it on Discord? You can share it on the Discord general section. Okay. After that, I will also, yeah, increase your level because you will share a project. Mm, You said start is equals to zero, but the minimum possible pages should at least be max nums, largest single book. Otherwise, your invalid will also fail for values less than the largest. Max of nums, largest single book. Otherwise, logic is invalid. The condition written student works, but it's a bit clunky. You can share it on the Discord if you are listening. The student is less than equals to DM. But then how I will be like, okay, wait. You can also share it in the, you know, general section, so other people will be also be motivated like by you, like what you are doing, like the project you have created. Uh, okay, after fully done. Oh, it's also fine if you like share even if it's not done because it's also the thing. Man, is this like working or like this is the just the UI that you have created, or is it any functioning will happen here? Means just you have created the landing page, right? And just I will click the button and it will change the text like this. Um, right? Doing aftermath right now. Okay. I think soon you will add some more things, right? Like in the side, in this side or this side, you will add some more things, right? Here and here. Are you following any tutorial to like make this project or something, or like you're using Chat GPT? Are you using Chat GPT for it? Wait. And okay, wait. I will little Chat GPT little by. Okay. Okay, you are the fresher, right? You are the fresher. Uh, so I will give you some XP upon this. Um, Now you are on level one, okay? Good job. Looking very, yeah, fresher learning. I'm also a fresher like you, man. Where you gone? Just the DSA part is, I think, a little bit. Maybe it is started in a good way, but web development is also pending. Step one, move is then invalid outside. Yeah, handle its cases if num's dot size is less than the number of students. Return minus one. I am also a fresher, man. Um, like you. Like I'm becoming good in DSA a little bit, but the web dev is I'm not also able to focus on web dev. Till now, I have just completed HTML or CSS. JavaScript needs to be started, but I haven't gave like practice on C++. Uh, uh, the Discord is little bit dead, but maybe soon the members will start to interact with each other because everyone is, I think, busy in their college or job or other things. You are in first year, right? Handle as spaces of this initialized answer is equals to minus one before the binary search loop already. Correct. Before the binary search loop, okay. I also made a rock paper scissor game. Oh, using JavaScript. You are in first year or what? Oh man, why the stream is buffering a lot? Oh, yeah, we can play that game. Rock paper scissor. One sim. Oh, okay, first sim. Yeah, same here, same here. I was just, I just started the stream and was working like writing the code of this problem. Yeah, because this is a problem with a lot of twist. So that's why I started with the first problem today, not the revisit. Okay, you shared the HTML code. Oh, okay. Set binary search range start is equals to max of nums and is equals to okay. Yeah, because it will the minimum. Ah, wait a second. No. And also don't make changes in binaries. Sorry, ternary statements. You can give me a suggestion on that. Okay. There are some two, three small mistakes. Function parameter of is valid. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's a vector, right? Mm, wait. Mm, wait. It came like a text. Your file couldn't be accessed. Hmm. Is it live or what? Like, I think first you should make it live, right? Then you can, then when you will share it, now we not need this, right? Because already a data type is declared. You just like this is showing like a text, man. What have you shared? Okay, this is ternary statement logic. Oh, okay. Less than or equals to k. Okay. In this, when we reach this more than k, then we will return false. If it's not more than the number of students, then we will return true, right? Okay. Binary search points, largest book. Hmm. But man said that start wouldn't the start be the minimum book with minimum pages. Hmm. I will send you the code, download it and open it in Chrome. Okay. Mm, mm, function is gone, man. Uh, Open with live server. Yeah, I'm also trying to find that, but from a long time I'm not using VS Code. It should be here, right? I think while live server is disabled or something like this. Was stored, man. Download extension. It was already downloaded. Why now? Don't know why it's deleted, man. It was already installed. 5.7. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait, wait. Earlier when we used live server, it was very like smooth, but like it was already installed in the VS Code, but don't know from where it got uninstalled by self. And now there is also another thing showing like open with Fire server. Don't know what is that. Is that okay? So computer will also choose a random thing from these, right? Mine works smooth. Don't know. It was already pre-installed. Okay. See. This was the live server that this was another. Like, see, I've already downloaded it, but maybe some settings of it is already switched off, right? Like turned off. Now it's opening in the right way. Like it was supposed to be, right? It's running fast. Okay, minimum. Computer randomly choose. Okay, good man, good. Upon this, I think I should again give you because this will be considered another. project, right? Okay, okay. Wait, I think I will have to do it from a mobile phone. Hmm. Thanks for sharing the projects. Thanks for it. Will you like in the future, will you try to improve the projects also? Like the projects that you have shared, will you keep it like till this point, or by the end of this month, I am gonna make better project in okay GS streaming systems. Okay, these are just the basic projects, like the basic of the basic projects that you have created. But now you will create a good project, right? Like maybe a full-fledged front-end project or a full-fledged both front-end back-end mixed project, right? I'm sorry, maybe the review was not that good because I'm also stuck in this problem right now. What about now? I will be waiting to see that project in which you will use, JavaScript. I think it will be a good thing for me also. Function signature of is valid type. Okay. Nums array in teach scale. Okay. You doing C++ in Java? Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I'm not doing C++ in DSA. I'm doing DSA in C++. Hmm. A small typing mistake and the things I get in a wrong way, right? Hmm. Yeah, there was also a basic HTML project like which I created. Yeah, very early, like it was just a basic level of HTML project. What had you learned till now or before college? Yeah. No. Now I think I have completed basic arrays and now I am on just like new topic, learning new algorithm. Its name is binary search. And after that soon I will start strings. And also in the web dev part, I am thinking to start JavaScript soon. But before it, I will be doing live streams in which I will create projects using HTML and CSS like from scratch. After that, JavaScript will get into that and all the things, other things gradually. Yeah, till now these are the updates that I am on. Like I'm following this playlist and currently on what playlist? Yeah, this playlist from Apna College. Like I'm not only following this, I'm taking some problems by own, like picking some a collection of problems by own, by finding them and understanding what is given in the problem, not just following this as a resource. I think I've now till now done basic arrays, vectors, and some of the binary search. After that, soon I will start strings. After these, some of the questions, and uh, and after that, a very danger topic will start. That name is recursion. Many people say that recursion is very dangerous topic. What about you? Are you also learning DSA? DSA not yet completing JavaScript. Okay, so how much time have you already give to JavaScript? And can you tell me like from where you are learning JavaScript? Are you using YouTube for that or maybe this channel? Are you learning JavaScript from this channel or just using ChatGPT? YouTuber. So from how much time you are trying to learn JavaScript? Okay. Like nowadays people say it's okay to give just like 1 or 2 months to JavaScript max to max. What about you? Return condition is 1 2 months. Okay. What if what if someone knows a little bit of DSA also? Then what you will say for him? I think he will take much more less time, right? Maybe even just he will be able to complete in 1 month, like the basic of it. So I think your front end is like already in a completing stage, right? Just after that you will start DSA, and along with that you will also start back end, right? I think you're going at a good speed, right? Like you're very like you are from you have already surpassed so many freshers, right? Maybe we can say you are in that top 5% of fresher students who are like focused like this slow. Okay, so if we count the distraction in that also, so you will be considered as you are in top 5% of the students if we calculate at this stage who are in like whose someone is just getting started, right? Slow distracted. Yeah, just because there are so many things like in a day which happen, and and also The weather is, I think, not that good, but we will have to do that. We will have to push ourselves and take actions, right? I think you have already done a good amount of things, right? Like you have learned HTML and CSS, and you're currently on JavaScript. And I think you are at the like end of learning JavaScript, right? You are already at a good speed, man. But just if you feel that you are slow, then you can try to also learn like start DSA also. But now I'm going at a good pace. Last month I was very much, yeah. It happens, man. It happens. Yeah, probably at the end of this month we're gonna complete this. It's a good news. Like I have joined the WhatsApp group, and when I ask people like, "What are you learning?" They literally start crying. Like there are so many boys and girls, they just like literally start crying. Even if I ask him about, "Do you know HTML?" and they just start crying. Yeah, it will happen with time, right? When we would have give around 6 months or something, then I think it will be. Hmm. Are you in a group or something like in which you have your batchmates with you? Is there any WhatsApp group like an unofficial WhatsApp group that there where there are only students? You can just try to ask them like what they are doing. Then you will see. Like I think you are already ahead of most of the students, right? No, not yet. So, are there more students? Sorry, are there any of the students like who are like more far, who have learned more things than you, or like? But why you would have to compare that, right? You should, I think, focus on yourself. Just mm, keep your change binary search point from 0 to max of nums. Yeah, there will be many more progress guys than me. You are from a good college, I think. You seem to be from a good college. Tier 3. Oh, yeah, nowadays so many people are on this rate, but I think you're also not on that. You're also not behind, man. You're already on a good pace. Even if I also think about this about myself, but sometimes, but this will come in a doubt category, right? Everyone has their own circumstances and own environment. Thing differs for everyone, right? Maybe you just not have learned so many things till now, but your speed is good. Like there are so many differing factors. Never compare when you are a beginner. Yeah, just we need discipline, right? Hmm. Okay, I'm doing online BCA, like in which I even don't have to go to university to give the exams from Chandigarh University, but doing it on in a online mode. Like I can give exams if I want, like in an online mode, just from my home using my laptop. All the exams will be done like this, and the syllabus is also not that much, you know, vast. That can be used to get the without using any function. Okay, wait. Why not? I'll get the start in the loop in which we are calculating the sum. From Punjab, me? No, I'm not from Punjab. I'm from UP. Just this college provides. If I show you, you know about online BCA, online. Yeah, yeah. There are so many branches of this college. Like there is a branch in UP also, but just that is very far from my home. Like it's around 50 kilometers far from my home. Mhm. Yeah, the drawback of offline is, a little drawback. It also has some drawbacks, but also it's good in some things. Like you get an environment where you meet students. Like there will be an offline environment in which, but here what is in the like online format, you have to learn the things by own and maintain discipline uh, by own. There is no one, like there is no teacher or other people who will make you disciplined or other things, or how you will be able to track the things you are learning, on which level you are. In terms of when comes to comparison, like in school, college, we can compare from other students, have a talk with them, and try to understand what they are doing or what things they are working on. Is the stream buffering or are you able to listen me? Yeah. MacBooks is equals to num side. Wait. Max book sum is equals to 0. Okay. Start will be max book. So where we will change the things here, right? That will be integer max book is equals to integer minimum. Like the value which will be bigger will be stored in that, like which will be more far from it. So maybe the stream will be buffering. Don't know why, but the internet is good. Okay, the network strength is not that good, I think. Because of that, the stream is buffering. Mm, book equals to nums I and start will be equals to max book. Yeah. Oh, it passed. Huh. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think the code is submitted. What about now? And it's also working. Yes, man, yes. Oh, there's a small mistake. Huh. Override. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Just this was a mistake. Int minimum, right? Because we are comparing it with minus infinity. Hmm, 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 hmm. Again, okay. If max book hmm, wrong answer. Wow. We passed 1110 cases. Just two test cases are failing. Okay. Again. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Why it's failing? Two test cases out of 1112. 1100 edge cases until k is equals to 0. If return condition valid, Okay, wait. Let's. I think the condition will be a little bit changed here, right? Hmm. Long for some. Long start, long answer. Okay, according to this, if we change the function type to long, like instead of mid, int, sorry, wait. Oh man, long this sum is equals to also. Okay, it will be a long now. Long start, long answer, and mm, mid will be also be a long type. Return integer answer. Okay, yeah, because it is an integer type function. So integer function in integer type, right? Hmm? Okay, there is also some small mistake. Oh, okay. Okay. Because these are just a number of students representing, but this is representing maximum pages, right? Okay, inside loop, pages will also be of long time. Oh man, come on. What about now? Just wait a second, I will be back. Just wait a second. Okay, fine. We are back. Yeah. Hello, 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 hello. Bye. Hmm. Long, long. I mean, right. Yeah. Now we will understand the whole code. Okay. I know about the code. We have given a number of books. Every book pages are stored on nums I value. Okay, as nums I value. We have to assign those books to k number of students. The rules are that every student at least minimum should get one book. Okay, every student should get books in a contiguous sequence. Okay, no books can't be split in between. Okay, like we can't give a single book to two students at a single time. We have to allocate all the books. Goal is to minimize maximum pages that the students so will get. Okay, code explanation is given here. First we use invalid if it's valid or not for check function. This checks if uh, minimum allowed pages is equals to maximum allowed pages. So is that is possible to allocate the books to the students to the number of k students in that manner. Okay, logic is what? Logic is this: we start a student with one in the is well function. Okay, first we started with the first student. The pages he was allocated was 0. We add all the books sequentially. If current student pages plus nums I, okay, nums I means the nums I index value page is less than or equals to maximum allowed pages, and maximum allowed pages is what? Maximum allowed pages is the mid of the possible answer we got. Then we assign that page to like that book to that student. If it exceeds, then we allocate that to the new student, like the current page to the new student. Okay, like current book. If at a given point, maybe a single book pages is more than max allowed pages, So allocation will be impossible. Okay, so we will return false. And in that we are checking if required students uh, are more than k students. So in that case, we will return false. If it's in the limit in which to which students we have to return the value, then in that case we will return true. Okay, means we found the answer, like the books can be allocated in that manner. And this is find pages function. This is the main function in which we use binary search. Okay, first we calculate the sum and max, like maximum book pages, like in a single book, what will be the maximum number of pages it can be. So we use this. Sum is equals to total pages. If one student gets all the book, okay, sum will be equals to all the pages. Max book is equals to the largest single book, minimum possible maximum ranges. Okay, max range. Sorry, minimum possible max page. Okay, like the book with the largest number of pages will be the minimum possible max range, right? Even if we try to allocate all the books in any order, and some will be the end of the range and max book will be the starting of the range. Okay, like from the start till the end, the answer should be present in between that. Okay, some can't be the, because we can't only give one book to a student or not the other books or not the other students, and also we can't allocate all the books to a single student, right? We have to allocate all the books to all the students because of that. So edge cases are handled there. If the number of students are more than the number of books, then in that case we will return -1 because allocation will be impossible. Hello man, welcome to the stream. Um, right now just I was solving this problem, like trying to understand it also and give a explanation of this. Its name is book allocation, like on different platforms, but here it is named as allocate minimum pages. Like I usually not solve problems on Geek4Geeks, but this problem is on Geek4Geeks. Okay, for now I solve problems on LeetCode. Just was giving the explanation of the code, like what's happening in the code, and using chatbot for just saving time, because I also have to revisit some problems and try some other new problems. Range is equals to max book. Yeah, range will be the start from the max book, like the book with the maximum number of pages and the sum of all the pages, right? It will be the range of it. Mid will be the candidate. Yeah, candidate maximum pages. Okay. If is valid mid is true, means allocation is possible, but we have to try for smaller max, right? Like, because we have to find the minimum of maximum pages that we can allocate to the students in a way so that every students get at least one book, and the maximum number of pages a student gets is minimum. Debugging? No, just was explaining the what is happening in the code. Like this problem is a little bit, it is a little bit, it comes with a little bit of twist. Like I have been seeing this lecture from the, like I have seen this lecture again and again, but the code is somewhat, the positioning of the codes. Like first we write a function, after that we call another function in that, like this, and name of the variables and the conditions are little bit like it is also marked as hard level problem on LeetCode, but just the name of the problem is changed, or name of the variables. That's why I first tried it on Geek4Geeks. You written these codes. Yeah, you can say that. Just just made some changes using AI, like it suggested what changes should be done. But the code I will say written by me. I think you are getting me at this point. Uh, okay, good. In every iteration, the search space gets shrink, and finally the answer becomes the minimum of maximum pages, right? That what I have told you here. Mm, Here, when it will be valid, we will check for it in the left side again and again till we get the minimum of maximum number of pages a student can get, and in the end we will return the answer. And here we are checking if it's a valid allocation or not. Okay. Mm. Like here's an example journal of this is given. Sum of all the page numbers was 203, and the minimum of the book, like the pages a student can get, is 90. Okay, because the large book with the largest number of pages is 90. So range has now come between 90 to 203. Okay, so binary search step will be like, first we get the mid is equals to 146 in the starting. Okay, valid. Two students sufficient. Okay, wait. Give me a proper and simple dry run with simple case. Suppose this is the input error in which there are three books given. We have to allocate all the books to two students. Okay, and these are the number of books. First, we get the range because the array will not be sorted every time. Okay, this is sorted here, but not every time it will be sorted. So first we get the sum as the ending value. Okay, it's 60. Max is equals to max of these all the values. The book with the maximum pages will be the minimum of the range. So the range has now become between 30 to 60. It will start from 30 and go till 60. Like here, first, and now we apply binary search on that. In the first iteration, start is 30 and is 60, right? Mid will be equals to 30 plus 60 divided by 2. It came here to 45. Then we will check in the invalid nums and number of students is 2, and the maximum allowed pages is 45 here. Okay. So when we do dry run of invalid, student 1, first we take student 1. We give allocate the first book with 10 pages to him. Okay. Then after that we add the second book with 20 pages to him. Okay. So the student got around 30 pages till this point. After that, then we will check for the next book, and we will try to give that book to the student. Okay, see here, add 30. Then pages will become 60. In that case, it exceeds the limit of maximum pages allowed for a single student. Then in that case, we will bring another student and assign that page, remaining page or book to that student. Okay, so total student came near to equals to 2 here. That means it is less than or equals to number of students, right? It is a valid allocation. So answer is 45. Then we move to the left and now end have become 44. In the second iteration, start is 30, end is 44. Now we calculate the mid and we get the value 37. Now we check for this in the dry run. Student 1 is allocated. Okay, we can allocate the first book and second book to the first student, right? And when we try to add the third book, like give the third book to the student, it will exceed the limit of 37. Okay, so we will assign that book to a new student. And in this case also, it is a valid answer. So now you can see the answer has been updated from 45 to 37. Like the minimum number of maximum pages is now reduced, right? Then we will be on the third iteration. We will check for it. Again, we will move left. Start has now become 30 and is now become 36. Wait, yeah. We calculate the mid. It is 33. Check valid. Again, student 1 will get 10 plus 20, 30 number of pages, right? Then we add 30 to that student. It exceeds the limit of 33. Then we assign that book to a new student. Total students is less than or sorry, total students is equals to 2 and both the students is less than or equals to the number of students whom we have to allocate the book to. So answer is 33. Oh man, it is just like it will keep running till a point answer becomes 30. Okay. And step 3 end condition will be loop and start is less than or okay. Final answer will be 30, like the minimum number of maximum pages in which we can allocate the books. Yeah, I don't know why Copilot has done so much dry run, like it has break down the dry run in so many parts. If you want to see this problem, you can just go to visit this channel and like I'm also learning at the same time, So you can watch this lecture, name as book allocation, to understand what's given in the problem, what we have to do. This problem is also similar to this, just the name of the variables are changed. And these are the logics that we have written for checking all the things. Oh. If you want to start from the beginning, maybe like I'm following this playlist. If you want, you can follow this. Or maybe you want to do C++ in another language, then you can choose that also. But there will be a recommendation that, yeah, we will have to give that time, man. Even, when the college will end, even after that, you will have to give time to DSA every day. Like even when you are doing job, many people do that also. But the advice will be like, if you like started learning DSA from a teacher or learning in a language, then don't just randomly jump to so many, you know, different YouTubers or switch to different languages like from C++ to Java or Python just to make a decision and after that just start learning. Okay, like why I have chosen this playlist because this is a beginner friendly playlist. The pace of this playlist is a little bit controlled We have to stick on a single mentor. Yeah, yeah. But in DSA, it also matters a lot because many people just start learning DSA and just switch on to different languages. That will not help. You can start DSA in any language, man. Um, I know her. Yeah, I also not used to, see the videos of this YouTuber or when I was in 11th or 12th. Like I know about Aman Dattalwal. Like I used to see him when I was in 10th class. Okay. Now I will revisit some problems. Then you will see like how I explain the things. Okay. Then you will get an idea of that. Uh, just wait. Okay. So the first problem it's already solved. Now we will revisit the first problem of today. That's name is single element in a sorted array. This is the code for it. So what we have to do in this problem? Why? Uh, even they have, the thing you have written, like I see, saw it on my mobile phone. Uh, their marriage has already been done, man. So now I will try to explain you this problem, and because I also do revisit the problems, after solving a problem on a particular day. After that, on the next day, I try to revisit the problem and try to see new patterns in that. So in this, we will use binary search, and its name is single element in a sorted array. Okay. So we are given a sorted array consisting of only integers where, okay, suppose this is given an array, okay. Every element is appearing like twice, and there will be only one element which appears only once. Okay, means we have to find the unique single element which appears in the array for a single time only. And and the array is already in a sorted format like this. So what we got to know that array is sorted, so maybe we can use binary search in that. Okay. So we have to return the single element that appears only once. We don't have to return the index number of that. We have to return the index value on which, yeah, on which index that value is present, and we have to return the value of that. And here it is also given that our solution must run in log and time complexity. So because of that, we will be using binary search in this problem. Okay, wait. Mm, mm, okay. And maybe the single element, maybe it's on the very last or very first or very last index. Okay, it can be also at that point. So we have just used these base cases for that to check for it um, in that time. Okay. Mm, okay, let's now I will start to write the code. Just wait a second. Okay, I will remove all the code. Now what we have to do first, we will create a variable named as randoms n, and it will store the number of elements present in the array. After that, we will check if nums the dot size, like the number of elements present in the size present in the array is one. Okay, if it's only one, then it will be the single element. So in that case, we will return zero. Okay. And now we will create two variables. Start is 0, end is equals to not 0, it will start from the second value, and it will start from the second last value, that is nums dot size minus 2, right? Because when we will compare it with the neighbors of it, like when we'll compare it from this or this value, then that case maybe on a when we try search, when maybe on a point, a given point, maybe mid is on this index very first or very last, okay? So in that case, when we try to check if mid is mid is more than the previous element, it will be more than, but when we will try to compare it with the next element, there is no next element in the array with which we can compare it with. So in that case, we will get segmentation for the error as segmentation fault, means we are trying to access that value which is not present in the array. And this is the same for this also. Then we will check, compare it with the previous value. There is no previous value in the array with which we can compare it with. So it will give error. Okay. For that we did use these conditions. Now, while start is less than or equals to end. Okay, maybe at a point, start and end come to a same point. Okay, so we have used this. Maybe the search space shrinks to that level. And now we will calculate the mid as what we do in when we use binary search algorithm. Is to start plus end minus start divided by 2. Okay, by getting this, we will get the middle value. In this case, the middle value will be 3, okay, because there are 9 number of elements, and every time when you see we have to find the single element, then there will be these elements given and the size of the array will be odd because there will be only one value which will be unique, okay, and all the other values will have a pair. So this is okay. Now we will check for two conditions. If mid is present at the 0th index and then nums mid, right, at that point is, sorry, not this, nums 0 index value is not equals to nums first index value, means the very first index value is not equals to second index value. Okay, in that case it will be a unique element, right? Then in that case we have to return nums 0 index value. Okay, and the opposite of it if it's on n minus 1, okay, and n minus 1 is not equals to n minus 2, means the last value is not equals to second last value, then that case we will return value of n minus 1. Okay, now, okay, fine. Now there will be another case in which maybe when we calculate the mid for the first time, okay, if first I will write it, wait, yeah, if nums mid minus 1 is not equals to mid nums mid, and also and then nums mid value is also not equals to nums mid plus 1. What we have written there, but means suppose this is a value and it is not matching with the previous value and also the next value, then in that case it will be the unique element. Okay, maybe we calculate the mid and we get the starting in the starting as the unique element, then we return nums mid value, okay, at that point. Now the test we will use some different conditions where, and now we will have to check if if the value we get is like the value we get mid is equals to, how we will check that? Like we have to go in the right side or the left side of the array to check for the value, to check for the single element, right? So how we will do that? Suppose this is, if this mid value is odd, okay, like if it is present on, like if I write it, if mid modulo with 2, if it's giving 0, then it means that it is on a even index, okay. So in that case we will go in the left side of the array. Okay, wait, even, it means it's even, it is on an even index right here. When we get calculate 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, so we are on an even index, okay, and mid is present on an even index. When mid will be on its on even index, then we will get to know the values in the right side and left side is also even, okay. But when we will calculate the mid for these values, like this is also an odd array, but in this case mid will be present on an odd array, means odd index. Like here you check 0, 1, 2, 3, okay, it's present on the odd index. And when you check the values which are in the left side and the right side, you get to know that these values are also in a odd format, right? Like when the mid will be present on even index, that means the values in the left and right side are even, and when it will be odd, the values are odd on both the sides. And now how we will check, like in which direction we would have to go? So in the case if it's present on the even index, okay, then there will be two conditions, like odd but one is even. One is even, odd but one is even. Okay. So there will be two conditions. Suppose if nums mid minus 1, okay, if it's equals to mid, like current mid value, okay, in the case if the mid is on, in second example from right side, one is even. No, no, man, like it is odd, okay. When we check the middle value, like on which index it is, so when we check that, it is the 0th index from which we start, the loops. So this is the very first index, this is the second index, sorry, 0th index, first, second, and third. So it will be considered as the odd index, okay. And then we will check for the values in the left side and right side of it. These values will be odd, okay. Like you can see, there are three values and three is odd. Here also, it is three, and this is present on the odd index. When you will, learn about DSA, like it will teach you on a basic level before even starting DSA. Mm, like you will teach that, I think, in the arrays part. If suppose if mid is equals to mid minus 1, means in this case when mid is on the even index, okay, if mid is equals to mid minus 1 means the value is matched with the previous value, then in that case you can see clearly here that there will be only there wait there will be only three values left to be checked for, okay. And in this case the array is already sorted, we know about that. So if there will be three values left, what then we get, there will be only two values which will be a pair, okay, and the third value will be the single element in that case. So in that case we will check for the value in the right side of the left side of the array, means end is equals to mid minus 1, okay. So 0th index first, one is the odd, the first index also odd, then we check mid index, this is also, then whole index becomes odd. First one is odd. First index also odd. We check mid index. This is also odd. Then world index becomes. No, this is an odd index. Okay, this is an even index. Again odd, again even, like this. And we are checking here in the even case if mid value is equals to mid minus 1 means the previous value. If both values get matched, then we get to know, okay, there will be only 3 values left after that. Like the number of values present in the array after that will be odd. And odd means what? When it will appear, it will be even, right? Because it is already sorted. So there we get to know that the single element will be present on that side. So we start checking for it on that side. Suppose this is not true, that means I am a noob right now. Hmm. You know, I think if you give around like 15 days or something, you will be on this lecture. I think it will not take that much time. Then you will be able to understand what are the things going on here. Okay. And in that case, um, suppose this value is not matched with the previous value. Okay. Then it will be matched with the next value. So in that case, we will get check for the value in the right side. Means start is equals to mid plus 1. Okay. Um, yeah. And if suppose if this is not equals to the previous or next also, then it will be already be a unique element, right? So we have already written it. We can already return it when it will be true. And there will be else case of this. Suppose this even if this mid is odd, okay. I will not copy this in the else case of this outer if condition, okay. When mid will be odd, okay. Then in that case the conditions will be opposite. If mm, nums mid minus 1 is, if it's in this case nums, if it's equals to nums mid, okay, then in this case we get to see, okay, this is the odd index which on which we are. When we get that, okay, this is equals to the previous value, then that case we get to know, okay, there will be even number of values present after that. So in that case we get to know, okay, the value will not be present on that side. So in this case we will try to find that value in the opposite side. Okay, so here it will go into, we will check for it in the right side of the array. Means mid is equals to start is equals to mid plus 1. Else if this is not true, suppose this value not matches with the previous, then it will match with the next value. Then in that case again only 2 values will be left, and those 2 values will be a pair of each other, right? So in the else case we will check for the value in the right side. Means mid is equals to, sorry, uh, end is equals to mid minus 1. Okay, like here we are going, if this is true we going to the left side, and else if this is not true we are going in the right side. Okay, and in this case if this is true we are going in the left, sorry, we are going in the right side if this true, else we are going in the left side when value of mid is odd. Okay, what undeclared identifier start. Okay, wait man, wait, just let me see, is there any error? um okay, I have to start learning. Yeah, maybe you can start learning from these also, like from the very first lecture and till the seventh lecture, the topics are like very similar. Like these are just some basics. Before learning DSA, you have to learn these all. You can try to like if maybe you like the things, then you can continue the course, this course also. If you feel that this course is fit for me, error. Yeah, just it is just be fixed. You know, when I try to revisit, I try to write the code in a like faster way. Then sometimes error comes, you know, in between. Okay, it's wrong here. Mid plus one. Like instead of mid plus one, I used exclamation. Like not equals to logical, not equals to sign. Here function does not. Okay. Yeah, we also have to return minus one. Even if it's guaranteed there will be a single element, but even after that we have to return because in that case compiler will give error. So to be safe from error, we use this. Now the solution is accepted. I will submit it. And time complexity of the code of this problem will be equals to log n. Oh man. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. We have to return nums zero value, right? Okay, okay, okay. Here it was a little mistake. Mhm. Wait, wait, something is wrong. Hmm. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Because we also have to find a check for the boundary cases also, right? Because we already using if conditions for that. Yeah, yeah. Wait, wait. Mid modular to decide pairing. Mid even. Small logical mistake. Okay. End is equals to mid. Start is equals to mid plus two. Wait, man, we will see our own code. So for the safe case, we can start return start, right? Hail, man, hail. Okay, fine. Today, I think the flow is not that good, right? I think I'm also having sways, like a little bit dizziness, like my head is going there and here in between explaining things. Maybe because I've again used the headphones. Because of that, it is somewhat feeling like that my head is a little bit dizzy. Mm. But yeah, we did solve this, I think. Just a little bit of help we took from AI to like fix some minor things. Now we'll do the second revisit of today. That name is search a 2D matrix. Okay. Okay. Okay, you are here, man. Today I picked the problem. Like in this, according to the lecture, it was very dangerous. Like understanding it a little bit like easy, but writing the code was also easy. Just explaining the things and doing other things. It took a lot of time today. Like if I was supposed to, first revisit this problem, then you would have easily understood like what I am explaining in this problem, what we have to do. And even if you go on my channel and try to see the yesterday stream, okay, then you will find that I have explained this problem in a in a much good way. When you if you try to see this lecture, sorry, stream, and you find that problem where I'm solving this, then you will like understand it in a much better way from what I was in which way I was explaining today. It not just looks dangerous, like it's not that dangerous, just there are so many variable names used in that and some conditions and some if else conditions, yeah, some loops. It was not just dangerous, like the dry run of it is a little bit different. Mab also told me to like do the dry run of the problem using VS Code editor, but instead of that, I thought why not just solve it on a coding platform and show it to all of you. It's not about the mind, I will say. When I will, revisit this again yesterday, I will do it in a very good way. Really. Hmm. It happens, man. Like when some people come on my stream, it happens with some people, who come on my stream, and on that particular day, I just make the things very messy on that given day. But yeah, I'm also a learner. I will say mistakes will happen because I'm also just new and also like you and other people, all the other students. But I think even for you, this is also looking dangerous, right? Because you haven't started it yet. What I am trying to say is, if I like explain the things in a wrong way, uh, maybe you will not even get that right if I explain this in a right way or wrong way. But I will have to do that in a right way. Not greedy. It was in Bunny such right. Wait, we have done. Oh, we have done this. We have also done this problem. If this is all similar, we'll try to do this tomorrow. Okay, like using the things will be same, just the variable names will be different. It will be a good thing. Hmm. Right now, I think we should revisit this. Yeah, for me, it looks dangerous because I'm noob. Yeah, I was also like you, like when I don't know about coding, even I see the code like it is written in Chinese. Like even the basic code for like doing adding two numbers together, adding a plus b. Hmm. Are you are able to understand what's happening here? Like in this basic code, do. No, bro, you not like me. Your level upgraded me. Okay, but you can also come at the same level, man. Everyone is good at different things, you know. Like there will be some other person sitting outside. There will be someone, more dangerous than me. Like then every one of us, there will be every time there will be a more dangerous person will be waiting for is waiting for us outside. You can also reach this level. Just you have to, you know, put some actions and things. No, bro, you don't like me. Okay, you can come also come onto this level, man. Just start learning the things. I'm also on a basic level, you know. I'm not a pro type guy or any other type of guy. And I think you are saying me that I'm only using English, and maybe there will be some words that I'm using in a wrong way. But I think that's fine. We will learn with time. But uh, hmm, knowing how to communicate using this language is very necessary nowadays, right? Rows will be equals to matrix of size means the number of its starting time. Maybe in future you can talk in frequently, yeah. Like in some of the streams, I literally felt like okay, I was talking in a very smoother way compared to what I'm like how I'm talking right now. If we compare to that, Just it's a beginning phase. Maybe it's looking like that. And today I'm having like a little bit dizzy. You know, my head is becoming dizzy. Like I'm seeing just, but at the right time. At the same time, my head is going this side or this side, like this. Because I think, when we were talking at that time, I was supposed to take some sleep at that time, but I didn't do that. Instead of that, I started exploring something. Yeah, that's why. Maybe because of that, it's. So what we have to do in this problem, we are given an m into n integer matrix with the following two properties. Each row is sorted in non-decreasing order, means each row is sorted in non-decreasing order. You can see 1, 3, 5, and 7. The first integer of each row is greater than the last integer of the previous row, means the first value of each row is more than the last value of the previous row. Okay, like here, after 7 it started from 10 to 20, then 23 to 460. Okay, and matrices are like given in this format. Like there are list of vectors given here. So for those yeah, we check like how many elements, sorry, how many vectors are inside the vector. Okay, so we get the size of vectors. There are three vectors present in that, and number of columns is equals to max matrix zeroth rows zeroth element, right? Like this row zeroth element will be. Okay, I was supposed to understand it from Copilot man, because there are some new topics included in this. Like in this, rows and columns is included, and some different syntax is being used. You using lead code? Yeah, yeah. I use the lead code mostly. Today I was using this again for the second time. This is my ID. Maybe you are seeing me using AI today because this was also the problem in which I was have to like understand uh, like how to, yeah, understanding about rows and columns. Okay, how we are getting, okay, how we are getting rows and column. Oh yeah, we forget to check the time complexity of the code, right? Tell me the time complexity. Like the first problem that we did, time complexity of that was what? Okay. Combined time complexity is big of n log sum. What? Final complexity was big of n log sum. Okay. Of this problem that we did in the starting, name was allocate minimum pages to the students. Uh, yeah, we were here. Okay, let's break down the binary search code and how we get the rows and columns step by step. Like in this problem, there will be a list of vectors given. We can assume it like rows and columns in a matrix. Okay, we form a matrix. There will be rows and columns, and we have to find a specific target given. In this, we found a target on the second column, first row. Okay, first row, second column, and we return true or false. If we find the value, we return true. If not, we return false in the end. This is what we are doing. So explanation, getting rows. How we get rows and columns? We did do matrix size, number of rows, because matrix is vectors of vector. Okay, that what I've told you about. And for columns, we use this. Columns is equals to matrix zeroth element size dot size. Okay, because for that we can check for the number of columns in the first row. Okay, and all the other rows will be similar to that because the number of elements in each vector is same. Each row itself it's a vector, so matrix 0 is the first row and dot size gives how many elements count are in it. Okay, like we are trying to check the size of number of elements present in the first row. Okay, it will be the columns, it will become the columns. Then we are looping over rows, like means we go row by row every time, and each row is sorted, so we can apply binary search inside it. And binary search setup is like this. Yeah, left boundary and right boundary, and we can assume left boundary. Okay, I will name it as today. Start and end. Okay, for easiness. So first we will check how many rows are present in the array. For that, integer matrix dot row size, right? It will tell the number of rows present in the matrix. Yeah, but we have to name it something, so we will name it as rows. Now, columns. Columns is equals to matrix zeroth. The very first vector, the number of elements present in the very first vector in the list of vectors. Okay, or dot size. We get the rows and columns. Row columns. Okay. After that, we run a for loop. Wait. Yeah, after that we will apply binary search, right? Inside this, like every time there will be some change in the code, then we will go on the second row or the third row. Why take first letter 0 in column? Here, you are talking about this. You are talking about this part, right? Mm, you are talking about this. Okay. So we have taken 0 as because columns, you can see there will be first row, second row and third row. Okay, like there will be rows and there will be some columns in that. So we can check for the number of columns, like we are checking how many number of columns are present. So for that we can take any single row. So we will in this example taken the very first row. Okay, and very first row is what? Very first row has all the elements in the vector present at the 0th index. Okay, this is the list of vectors. Okay, this is the first vector, like 0th index vector. This is the first index vector and second index vector. So we can check for the number of columns using any vectors. So in this example, we have taken the first row, and just when we use this function like dot size, then we get the number of elements present in that. Okay, in this number of elements is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we get to know that there are 4 columns, okay, in every row. Okay, 0 index. Yeah, the vector present at 0th index, because we have created a list of vectors. Okay, this is not a single vector. Like if I show you a single vector, okay, in this single vector look like what? Single vector just look like this, just this. A single vector look like this, but here is the list of vectors given. Uh, okay, I got to know. So we will start. Now we will apply binary search in this. Start is equals to at the 0th index, and end will be equals to columns -1. Okay, this like in maths type of set. Yeah, I think we can name it as like list of set, right? What we used to say that. What word we use for that is, yeah, but we can say these are like list of sets. This is a first set of numbers, second set of numbers, and third set of numbers. Functions. Mhm. Functions are like inbuilt functions which we use in any language. Okay. Uh, by using that functions perform a specific operation that we don't have to write the code for. Okay, like here we don't have to manually count the number of elements present in the vector. Okay, so we use this function to calculate that in C++. Okay, so we don't have to like manually write a for loop and check for all the elements like the number of it, and use a counter variable and increase that counter to get to the 4. So instead of that, we use this function like matrix 0 dot size is a function to check how many elements are present in the vector array. So we started from the very zeroth column. Okay, gone till the last column. Now we will wait. We will check for calculate the mid. Mid is equals to start plus end minus start divided by 2, right? You got my point, like what thing I'm saying. And when we create functions like this, like you have seen here, okay, I'm checking in this problem, like if this is a valid answer or what. So in this case, when we try to write a function by self, like create a function by self, then we have to write code like this long code. But there are some inbuilt functions. When we use that, we can just write a function name and just it will run automatically. But in some cases we have to create functions by self, and we can just call the function. Like here I've called the function. If that function is giving true, then we are checking for the answer in the previous left side of the array, and not if it's not true, then we are checking for it in the right side of the array. It will be not it may be a little bit dangerous if you directly try to understand the things on which at this point. But with time, if you learn in a sequential manner, then you will get to easily get to understand what the things are and what the things happening. Man, if matrix mid value, if it's equals to target, right? Then in that case, we have to return what? Yeah, we have to return matrix mid value, right? Oh yeah, return true, not wait, because it is a bool type function. So true. Else if matrix mid value is more than target. Suppose this value is more than target, then we can try to find the target in the, maybe the previous value will be less, so we can find it there. So for that, we will reinitialize end with end, right? Wait, left boundary here, and is equals to mid plus what? Okay, mid minus one, right? So end is equals to mid minus one, means we have to check it for the in the left side. Okay, and else if matrix mid value is the less than, okay, we don't have to use that. If it is less than, in the else if case, right? In the else case, we will just simply suppose maybe this is bigger than the target. Okay, this value is bigger than the target, or wait, okay, if it's less than the target, then we have to go in the right direction, right? Like the right part of the array. So for that, start is equals to mid plus one. And suppose even after traversing the whole list of like metrics, all the rows and columns, all the rows we not find the value, then that case we will return false. Expected this to match class solution. Wait, yeah, I think we forget to use the array expected at the end of declaration. Where? Oh man, expected semicolon the end of declarations. Intros. Oh yeah, here. Was supposed to is equals to mm, mm, undeclared identifier row. Okay. Overloaded function. Oh, matrix. Oh, sorry. We forget to pass the values, right? Not R. It will be Yeah, it will be R. No. Here if it R row. Wait. Here we are checking if it's equals, it is found a target. If smaller, we have to move in the right direction. Okay. If it's larger, then we will move in the left direction. End of. If we finish all rows without finding target, we return false in that case. Undeclared identifier R, right? Oh, debug. Right now, it's few mistakes. Mistakes, wrong loop increment. We are incrementing rows plus plus. Oh, wait. Because there it is I, right? Yeah, it will be I. This should be an infinite loop. This will cause an infinite loop. Yeah. A wrong variable used for row. You wrote R, but your loop. Oh, okay. Yeah, we are checking for the ith position, right? On the first row, we are checking for the ith position. Compiler. Oh yeah. Else if. Hello, bro. Hello, man. Welcome to the stream, man. Hello. Hello. Uh, minus decimal calculation inside loop only once. You calculate with 16th step. What? Yeah, I was going to fix this. I just was saying it will be else. Mm, started. Let the requested end. Mm. Even even the evening lunch is not finished yet, and even the things. Zor. Time complexity of the code of the thing that you have written is around login because we did used for loops for this. Yeah, M into login, right? Big of M login. As I said today, the stream has not got in a very gone in a like very good way. I was unable to explain the things in a way that it was supposed to be because of, I think, the new problem that I did in the starting. Maybe I should have first revisited these two problems, right? And even after that, I have like stressed the time a little bit today. We can only do it in log n only. What? You're talking about this? This is the most nice formula for this, right? Oh, lead code 44. Okay, there's a problem also in which time complexity gets equals to log m into n. Okay, log n on starting index, then log n in that row. Starting index, but we are using a for loop, right? And binary searching is being applied uh, for this range because there are rows given, like we will be on this row, then this row and this row. So there will be n number of operations happening here. So that's why it is coming near to big of m log n. You know. Uh, wait. Okay, if I show the analysis of it, like to find lower bound, then do binary search on that row. Lower bound. You can see a time complexity was suggested this, and current time complexity is also this. You can see here is big of okay. I'm just new on this problem. I think because of that. So you are basically saying that we can apply binary search in a way that the code will reduce that time complexity will reduce more, right? Latent binary search. Okay. Oh man, it is the same problem that is marked here, right? So yeah, we can directly apply binary search in this. You are right. This is problem. So you mean to say we can directly apply binary search on this, right? Oh man, yeah. If we flatten the matrix row by row like this, it behaves like one big sorted one-dimensional array. Why binary search works directly? Because the whole matrix is globally sorted. You don't need to search for row by row. You can treat it as a single sorted list of m into n. Instead of mapping trick, when you calculate mid in binary search, Or is equals to mid divided by column. Oh, okay. Optimized code is this. Thanks for the opinion, brother. Because this was a new type of problem that I was trying to solve, and in this I didn't knew about like how to get rows and columns. Yesterday I didn't knew about that. So just it's a fresh topic here. So because of that, I think I'm lagging a little bit in this. What's happening in this rows and columns? So total elements. Oh, okay, okay. Treat matrix as one-dimensional array. Start and is equals to rows into columns minus one. We pretend the matrix is oh, and this binary search loop. We applied the binary search loop on that. Mid is the middle index in the virtual 1D array, mapping back to two-dimensional. This maps the 1D index back into 2D matrix. Example, matrix 3 into 4 is 12 elements. Okay. 3 rows and 4 columns. If mid is equals to 5, row mid, okay, row is equals to row 5 divided by 4 is equals to 1, column is 1. Okay, so first row, first column. So element is first rows and first column, right? First row, first column value. And we are comparing mid value. So here we are converting that, right? Um, Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, I was just understanding the code, like a better code for this, like treating it as a flattened matrix, in which we treat it like a big array in which there are so many values. What about you? Why we use for loop, man, when we can do that? So end will now become yeah, rows into columns minus one. Yeah, yeah, no problem, no problem. So he joins. Yeah, yeah. The admission process is completed. Just the session is about to start early. But now I'm focusing on the things like focusing on these things. These things are more interesting than college. As what I feel about it, offline is much better. Yeah, offline is much better, but there are some factors, that were affecting my things. Like there is some pros of online also, but the major drawback of offline college, is that it eats a lot of a time of us, and the speed on which the teachers used to teach us is very slow. Like they teach a topic in 1 month, which we can learn in just 2 or 3 days by using YouTube. Because of that, I chose an online to save my time and learn things in a required learn things at the right time and in the required. at the right required time and at the right amount of things that we should learn. So because of that, I have chosen this. In mid value, give the row index, give the column index. Many people say offline is better, but after I have been learning online from the 11th class. That's why I think I'm uh, I'm more comfortable in this online things now compared to what it was in the offline mode. Mid, okay. Mid value will be matrix. Mid divided by row, comma. Okay, matrix mid divided by mid modulo with columns, right? Yeah, we will just change the names. Matrix, not its matrix. Wait. If mid value, if this. Okay, now we can simply write matrix mid. Okay, mid value. And sorry, maybe I will be like today. The stream was is not going in a good way. I think because of the thing that I tried to first solve a new problem today, and it was a little bit trickier problem to solve. Like the writing code of it was a little bit problematic. So maybe because of that, I am stuck in the communication. Expected number. Uh, mid mid divided. Okay, by row mid divided by modulo with columns. If mid value is equals to target, we return true. Okay. Here we did a mistake. Mapping back to 3D. Okay, it's mapping mid columns gives the rows index. Okay, it gives the row index when we do this, and it gives the row column, right? It gives the column index. Example, this is this mid 5. If mid is on 5, row is equals to 5 divided by 4, like all the elements in the array, right? In the first row, all the elements in the first row are 4. So when we divide 5 by 4, it gives 1 in the remainder. Sorry, yeah. It gave 1 in the quotient, right? Like 4 is 1 times as 1, 4. So, and then we check for columns. There are 4 columns. So when we divide 5 by 4, it gives 1 in the remainder also. So element is matrix present at first row, first column. Means value present at first row, first column. Like this is the first row and this is the first column on which the value is present. Why it's giving error at the end? You see, comparison is this. This will change the name of mid with mid value because we are also converting, rechanging it into a 2D format, right? End of matrix format. We can say search we return false. Okay, if loop finishes, fine. And we have removed the for loop. So for loop, it will not be. Wait, wait. Undeclared identifier row. Yeah, instead of row, we were supposed to use rows, right? Rows and columns. It's accepted now. You submit it, it will be. Oh, white swing in this side, man. What? Overflow. Hmm. Wrong indexing. Wrong index mapping in your code. Let me show you. You use mid rows for the rows index. Yeah. But the correct formula is mid columns, not rows. Why? Because when you flatten the matrix, every row has column elements. Dividing by columns tell you which row you are in. Modulo by columns tell you which column inside that row. Hmm. Mid divided by columns. Okay. Mid modulo with columns. Right, divide by. Okay. Both we are doing mid divided by columns and also modulo with columns. Oh, why, man? And divided by columns and okay, modulo by columns. So okay, so those will not be used in that. So instead of this, we will write columns. Mid with column. If mid value. Where? Hmm? Oh. Hmm. Wrong mapping? Where, man? We First it will divide, after that it will modulo. rows and columns. Oh man, today the stream was not that good, really bad. Um, but fine, it will happen. Hello, hello, hello. Now explain me what is happening in the mid-well and how we can understand that, and why instead of mid we pass we compare it with mid value. Also explain me mapping uh, a little bit. I don't know about that. Take this in short. I don't have much time and also have to end my live stream soon. It's already been stressed a lot. And yeah, man, we only solved one new problem today, right? Mid is the middle index in that virtual 1D array. To get the actual element from the 2D matrix, we divide by the number of columns to know which row it is in. Which row? Okay. Column for column, modulo is position inside that row. Mid-val is simply the element at that row and column. So we divide mid with column. It gives on which row we are. Fine. When we do modulo, we get to know on this position inside that row, on which position on we are means which column we are. Mid-val is simply the element at that row and column. Why we compare with mid-val instead of mid? Mid is just another index number. Yeah. Mid-val is the actual value stored in the matrix at that index. We want to check if the value equals the target, not the index. Mapping in simple words, think of matrix as a bookshelf. Flatten all books in one line. Mid is equals to mid position of a book in that line. Mid columns, which shelf? Okay, on which shelf the book is on, and mid columns tells which book on that shelf, right? Which book is present on that column means that column, right? So in short, mid is equals to index in flattened array. When we flatten the matrix, mid value is the actual number at that index mapped back to 2D. Like we again get back to 2D in this. Compare mid value target to decide binary search direction. Give me the time complexity or both the codes we wrote the solution with staircase flattened binary search. No, I am only talking about the binaries that that we did wrote the code in which we did also use for loop, and uh, this approach which we use now. Okay, yeah. So row-wise binary search with for loop. Time complexity was big of m log n, which we used earlier. But in flattened binary search, we treated word matrix as a one-dimensional array. What we did in the previous approach, in which we did row-wise binary search with loop, for loop, we loop through each of the rows, row 1, row 2, row 3. For every row, we run binary search on n columns. Binary search per row. Time complexity gives log n. Okay, doing it for all rows gives time complexity of big of n into log n. Space complexity is big of 1. Means constant. Flattened binary search, we treat it as a one-dimensional array. We don't loop row by row. Instead, we treat the matrix as a single sorted array. By multiplying rows and columns and get the total number of elements present in the array. Binary search directly on all the elements. Complexity comes down near to big of log m into n. Okay, means we can say big of log n. Space is equals to big of 1. So we can simply say row y is equals to big of n log n flattened is equals to big of log m. Yeah, because our okay m rows is taking log n time. Flattened binary search because we treat the whole matrix as one sorted array of size m into n. So finally, row wise, which we used the approach we used earlier, it was equals to big of m log n, but with the flattened method, it came near to big of log m into n, not just log n, because since total elements are m into n, right? This flattened is one of the this flattened one is most optimized code for problem number 74. What? Believe that. I think we should now end the stream maybe because it's already been past time and we have already stressed our stream a little bit today. But yeah, we did solve the problem, and tomorrow I will try to come at a time early time, maybe around 6:30 or 7 p.m. and we will try to solve these type of problems again. Okay, on LeetCode, it's given as this problem. I've marked it, added it into the list. Just we will end the stream in just 10 minutes. And yeah, and also there is another problem in the list, which is also the same as it name as painter's partition. Okay, we will also solve that. And yeah, first we will do those. And yeah, we will also revisit this in a good way, so don't worry. For this, for now, I will mark it as revisited. And yeah, again, we got to know about something new topic, right? Like what is mapping? Second problem. revisited. Even if we not gone against the roadmap again today, and it was not supposed to be also, so that's fine. We only solved one new problem today, but it's okay. I think. I think. Wait, wait. Let me just see the things that. Uh, okay, we got anonymous subscriber. I wanted to check like when we broke the. Okay, so today it was supposed to solve two new problems, right? No, no. It was supposed to solve one new problem because yesterday we already stressed the lithium stream also. Okay, we are at the right track. So we solved the problems according to the roadmap, right? Hmm, leaderboard medium. Why it's not showing here when I have solved it? Medium. Wait, when it's already been okay. Let's check it on Codolio. Should be submitted 47. It's showing 47. And where is the refresh button gone? Uh, wait, wait. Hmm. We try to resubmit it. Okay, now it is marked as solved. Here, we're fine. The refresh button is, I think, turned off for now, but maybe it will come again. Then the questions that they solved will be updated here, right? Okay, we will come on the next day and it will be a good day. So if I summarize the stream, what we did in today's stream, we first revisited a problem. Name was yeah single element in a no. First we okay. If I tell about revisits, first we revisited this problem. Name was single element in a sorted array. We solved this using binary search. Time complexity came near to log n. After that, I solved this problem. Oh, sorry, revisited this problem. First, we solved it using a binary search approach. Like it was not the optimized binary search approach. We did used for loop in that, and time complexity came near to big of m log n. And when we use the optimized binary search approach in that, okay, in the second time, we get the time complexity of big of log m into n. Okay, and big of log m into n is good complexity compared to big of m log n. Okay. After that, what I did, the revisit is done. So today I solved this new problem also, which name is allocate minimum pages. Okay, we will solve more same like problems, almost similar. The code will be 99% similar, just the variable names will be changed. Okay, and then we will also try to understand it in a very smoother and good way compared to what it was today. It was supposed to be in a good way today, but okay, things like this happen. So we will see that. And time complexity of the code of this was equals to, wait, I forgot it. Yeah, its time complexity was equals to big of n log sum. Like I think it's the name of, we can ask it. Give me the time complexity. Okay, so final time complexity of the problem that we solved name was allocate minimum pages was equals to big of n log sum. Fine. Okay. Maybe we can say it is around big of n log n. Means more than log n, right? Oh, fine. So in total, we revisited two problems and just solved only one new problem today. But there will be some similar problems to this. The first one will be this problem that we will solve. Okay, tomorrow, like this is the similar to that, just the names of the variables and things are changed. And the second problem that we will solve is also the same. Okay, just the name of the variables will be changed. Okay, this is also available on Geek4Geeks. We don't have to go on this platform. Okay, but we will do that in a good way because tomorrow we will do the same type of problems again and again. So the dry run will get smoother every time. Okay. So this was all for today's stream. We revisited two problems and did one new problem today. And it was a medium level problem. So that was all for today's stream. And for now, you can like the stream. And if you feel that you are learning from the stream or getting some value, or you think that, okay, this guy is teaching something good, then you can consider subscribing to the channel only after that. Okay. You don't have to directly subscribe to the channel only after I say, okay, go man, go just directly subscribe to the channel. You don't have to do that. You can subscribe or consider subscribing only after you feel that, uh, okay, I am learning something from this stream or this guy or getting some good value. For now, I will say, I will strongly recommend to join the Discord server. There you can share your daily progress, what you are doing on a daily basis, and what things you are working on. Like if you are working on a project or working on a part of project, you can share it on the Discord server, and people will be able to review that. And and yeah, and you can ask questions or other things also. And by subscribing, what you do by subscribing, when I will be live again, you will get notification in your home feed or notification section. Okay. Today, I think a lot of interactions also came because of that. The stream stressed a little because of that also. Right. So yeah. So by subscribing, you will get to know that, okay, I'm live again or upload some new video. Then you can come again to the stream and we can have interactions like this. You can see me solving new problems, getting stuck at a problem and trying to fix it. Okay. And explaining the things. And yeah, and please do give reviews in the comment section also, like what things should I improve, what new things should I come up with, or what should I change something in my explanation style, should I add something new, should there be another approach in my stream for the things that I do. And that was all for today's stream. And in that, I will say that till then you all have to just keep learning and keep exploring. Okay, and just keep grinding. Okay, just you have to keep grinding every day and take actions.